Then live stream. Okay, got it. And then I don't know if you guys have seen Colin in Black and White on Netflix already.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I've seen people discussing it.
Right, and then BMF, of course, and Jay-Z just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
yeah. And
all right, so
like,
we're going with you in the driver's seat. I'm finna hit this button.
No, I don't want. No, you're interviewing me.
Listen, we're gonna interview you, but I'm just saying we're gonna use your topics.
Okay,
all right, Paul, we live, right?
Yeah, we on.
All right, welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers podcast. I am DJ Period. That is my brother popolitickin, and we are joined by the lovely Miss Nikinnia Lee. And we are going to discuss some things. But before we do that, let everybody know who you are, where you from, and what do you do.
All right. I do a little bit of everything, but I am Nikinnia Lee. I am from Sacramento, California.
Shout out Sacramento.
6 North Highlands.
916.
Wide Avenue Flats. But I moved to Atlanta in like 2001.
So you left the USA and moved to Africa.
Wakanda forever. Absolutely. And I lived in Atlanta for about 16 years, and now I'm in Fort Lauderdale. A lot of people, Miami, basically. And I've been down here for about 5 years, but I'm going back to Wakanda because I just miss Black people. They're Black people down here, but they're like Caribbean Black people, and I don't think they really identify with the struggles of African Americans.
No, they don't even really be liking us like that because they feel like we don't take advantage of all the resources of America that they come over and take advantage of wholly. They put their whole family on.
Right. But
and we be looking at like how they get all them damn jobs.
Right. And then I am a plus size influencer. I am a financial advisor, life insurance agent. I work full time. I'm in school full time. I have 2 small kids. So
you sound like you Caribbean,
right? I think I got I think I got a little Jamaican.
Remember Hey Mon on Living Color?
Hey Mon.
Yeah. And they had all them damn jobs. They needed a judge. He took his shit off. He's like, I'm the judge now. I'm like, damn.
Right. I definitely wear a lot of hats, not to mention I'm somebody's wife. So it's just
yeah. So as far as like the plus size influencer, how is that going for you? Because I know you got your own shop, right? Where plus size women can shop.
Yes, online boutique. It's slowed down for me by choice, just because I got so much other things going on, and that really takes a lot out of me. I'm a personal stylist, personal shopper on a budget. I specialize in thrifted attire as well as like clearance racks, because people they be sleeping on the thrift stores, and
people don't like to look through all that stuff. Yeah,
right.
I'm a looker. I sit there.
So you thrift?
We know they got. Brooklyn got some nice thrift shops. So
listen, I know. I found my first pair of red bottoms in a Brooklyn thrift store. So
yeah, they got some joints in there. So I haven't been in a while, but I tend to frequent them sometimes. And if I got time, because I got to look through everything, because you never know, it's gonna be some gems in there if you keep looking, right?
You ain't lying. Yeah. Some of my best thrifting was in Brooklyn when I was up a few years ago. I need to come back up there so bad, but this pandemic has just gotten everything out of whack. But I'm going. I just went to Hawaii, so I can go to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I saw the photos. How was that?
Amazing.
Was that your first time?
Beautiful. Yes. Oh, okay. I had never been. I left my heart on the beaches of Oahu because it was amazing. Next time I'm going for like 10 days instead of.
What was how was the prices? I heard they say the prices be high on stuff out there.
I felt like it was cheaper. That the actual trip was expensive, and like the excursions were. The luau was like $250. But like stuff in the little stores, the liquor, it was
nice price,
cheaper, right? I feel it's higher down in Fort Lauderdale for like souvenirs and things rather than out there. So I'm going back. I know that.
That's a fact. and let's talk about Florida. Like I hear when we hear about Florida, we hear all the crazy stuff. Is Florida really like what we see on the news?
It is. Whole bunch of crazy ass white people. country, white people. Yes.
And they love their guns, don't they?
They love their guns. They love their rights. They, this state didn't shut down for the pandemic. People were still outside doing whatever. That's why we have we still have the highest cases of COVID, because people it's my right to go in this store without a mask.
They're like, we don't believe in no dang vaccine.
Right.
Like,
right.
what?
So
but all y'all getting sick. Y'all bugging.
Getting sick, right? People be asking me to go places, and I'm like, if it's inside and it's not a mask mandate, I ain't going. So, Hawaii, we had to show negative, because I'm not vaccinated, and I don't plan to take it soon. Like, I'm not against vaccinations. I'm just against vaccinations that kind of popped up overnight to be trying to put that in my body.
That's what me and Poe talked about that in the beginning, like, because we was talking about before vaccinations had to go through a rigorous test phase, before it was given. But I think with COVID, it was. But I think with COVID though, it was probably like that was political to me in a way to have that come out so fast. Because that administration probably was like, hey, we're gonna have to get this out. That's gonna be our thing. Also because when he didn't take it serious when it first came out.
Well,
you ain't lying.
You can't really say that now, because now it's like it almost been like 2 years.
Well, it's going on 2 years.
Done, though.
Yeah, they did. Most of the damage is done already with it, but
I'm talking about so I'm saying, do you think the vaccine is safer now? Because it's been like
because it's been out for
almost. It hasn't been out 2 years.
It's been out a year or so.
2 years.
Well, COVID ain't hit 2 years. COVID hit 2 years in like March.
Yeah.
So that'll be 2 years that COVID. Huh? Yeah. So the vaccine been around for about almost it started like the beginning of the year. It'll be almost a year. So like you think it's safer because it's been
no. I don't I don't know the long-term effects because it ain't been long-term yet. So I'm not taking that shit yet.
That's a fact. Like people don't know what's gonna happen to them 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
No, they do not. No, they don't. So I'll see maybe at the start of 2023, 2024, if enough motherfuckers ain't. Oh, can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Yep, you can.
Okay. Enough motherfuckers ain't died, then maybe I'll think about it. But as of right now, me and my family stay masked up. We are unvaxxed.
Man,
that's why that's like I didn't really want to. I waited till I got vaccinated like August, but I didn't want to. But I just got tired of wearing that goddamn mask all the time. So I was like, "Fuck it, man." I was just.
How you feel?
I was like that first week. I was kind of funny, but every day I take elderberry, ginger, turmeric, vitamin C, black tea oil, sea moss, vitamin C. I take that every morning anyway. So then once I took the vaccine, I just taking that shit extra. I'll just cause I got like some cap, like kind of like the candy elderberry, so I was just popping them shit. So
them shits are good. When I had COVID earlier this year, and it's like a gummy, and them shits are good.
So I was taking that to just and then somebody said something about soaking your feet in cilantro, so I was doing all that shit trying.
Damn, soaking your feet in cilantro.
Yeah, they were saying like that helps with.
That nigga pose on the back streets.
It takes the metals out your body. So basically, if the toxins, anything with the vaccine, you should take that shit out. So I did all that shit. Now, like I said, I didn't. I was feeling funny for like 2 or 3 days, and after that, I had to take the flu. I had to take the flu vaccine too. So I had to take the vaccine.
Which one? Which vaccination did you get? Johnson & Johnson?
No, the Moderna.
Oh, is that the one or two?
No, only Johnson & Johnson is the only one that's a one shot.
Yeah, but they said
the other ones you got to take
I guess
two.
The Moderna is the one they saying the most
effective.
Yeah, that's what they trying to say now. So we'll see.
Man, y'all scaring me, man.
Now they trying. I'm like, damn, man. I'm feeling a certain kind of way because I'm like, now they talking about taking boosters. I'm like, hold up, man. I ain't even want to do this shit. Now you talking about.
And a booster don't usually be like right after you take it. The booster is something you take a couple years down the line.
Yeah, it said 6. Like the first one. So Pfizer is 6 months, and then the Moderna and the Janssen is 2 months. I mean, yeah, 2
Hey,
months.
look. Hey, look, they was like, the first 2 shots ain't do what we wanted to do to them, so we need to
take another one.
That's how I feel now. I'm like, hold up now.
They're like, y'all gotta come back and get this third joint. This gonna do the trick this time.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
They
that's what I'm
playing. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have that until.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all don't know about that one though, so I'm
Yeah.
great. Fuck all
I'm gonna
that.
let y'all have that until.
So when you had COVID, what symptoms did you have? Was it bad or was
I had everything except a cough and a fever. Everything else, body aches, chills, the fatigue, no appetite, loss of taste, loss of smell. My eyes were sensitive to light. And then I was down for like 10 days. That shit really took me out. It really did. But
I think that's why
and
some
my
people
husband always say all the time, your body, you already got the antibodies, because our bodies naturally produce the antibodies to fight it if we came in contact with it again. So
right. So that's your vaccine.
Self-made vaccine.
Speaking of the marriage, you said so you currently in an open marriage?
Yes.
And for people who may be listening, I don't know what that is. What is that consist? So basically, y'all free to
explore outside relationships,
but you don't have to.
No, we don't have to, but we have that option. So theoretically or statistically, there are 2 main factors in divorce: infidelity and finances. So we eliminate the point of infidelity. You do what you do, I do what I do. We don't have to, but the option is there. You know what I mean? And we don't keep our finances together. He has his checking account. I have my checking account. Just at the beginning of the month, this is what I need you to send me over. And it's great. Like now I know how much money he made, because we had to do something for like taxes or applying for something. And I was like, oh shit. But I didn't.
You're like, I'm rethinking this joint account thing, huh?
No, because he gave me whatever I want anyway. So
yeah. But how you go ahead, Paul.
So we talk about finances. How I feel about that, I feel like you should have your own account and you should have your own account, but then y'all should also have an account that y'all build together with. That's how I feel. I feel it shouldn't be just separate. Cause like
our taxes are separate, our everything separate. Like
everything. Y'all don't think y'all should have like just something together?
Nope.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. My wife has her own account and I have my own account, but then
y'all got a joint account somewhere.
Also we have like basically the savings. It's my savings, but I'm looking at that like for the whole family. I'm not looking at it like just mine. So
okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I always look like you should have at least try to get a nest egg together or something. Like even if it's something simple, like hey, every month we're gonna put together $100. And then we just build that, invest that. You like hell no.
No, I didn't even think about the finance part of it. But we do that already. I think my wife got her own account. I got my own account. So like it's crazy because some bills come out her account and some bills come out my account, and whoever because we do split it. So it's like it's weird. It's crazy because the first month when the bills come out, I send her about $1,700-1,800, but then she'll send me back like $300 because some bills that I pay come out of my account. She paying.
So what about if y'all just had an account for the bills? That's it.
Why you gotta have all them accounts? Just send me the money. That's what he do.
Spending the money all the time.
We just do it through Zelle. We just work through Zelle. Right. We just be like, I ain't never thought about having a joint. She be like, I ain't putting your shit in I ain't putting my shit in your account anyway.
Right. No,
because you know what it is. Another thing too, you got people who spend differently too. Like you don't want to put your money in the account of somebody who like to go buy dumb shit or whatever, right? You like, yo, what happened to the money? Look, what's that? You see that Mike M show they had, the little show with him and Wanda Sykes and the girl from Facts of Life on Netflix? That's what happened on there. They fucking off that money.
I actually interviewed this guy before. It was my boy. He was talking about. He said basically like it's a trust thing. He's saying if y'all don't have an account together, he was saying that's a problem. He was saying you should have a joint account from the rip. And like I said, I had that before, and I didn't like how that went down. So I like it how I got it now. But he was saying if it's a relationship, y'all should automatically have a joint account, or it's not a real relationship.
How long he been married?
He was married.
Listen to people like that.
I would say that was probably like 12 years ago. He's still married though.
Well,
but if it worked for him, right?
Right. Everything works differently for different people.
Yeah.
For us, it works. Like as long as I get what I'm supposed to get at the beginning of the month and in the middle of the month to pay these bills, then I don't give a shit what you do.
I feel you on that. And then like as far as like seeing other people though, like is that something that y'all have to manage the emotions over, or y'all just don't like just don't ask about it. Don't
I mean, I really don't. I don't.
So like you could tell each other then. You could be like, hey, I got a friend.
Yeah, I'd be like, my little term for when like I want to like, I don't know, hook up with somebody or just, get to know somebody. I'd be like, I shot a hey handsome today. That's my little shit. That's my little come on. Man. I'd be like, hey handsome. And he'd be like, oh Lord, who you done found? And I'd be like, oh, I just found this little tenderoni. And then, then I'll talk and I'll be like, oh, I'm about to go have lunch or dinner with whoever. And he'd be like, oh, okay. Be safe. And, I'll call him when it's over.
And you just come back home and get in the bed.
Well, he's a trucker. So
that's right. So he really on the road a lot.
Right. So he's a trucker and he's gone 26 days out of the month, 25, 26 days out of the month.
Yeah, so that kind of explains it though. If he was at home, I don't think it'll still be like that if he was at home all the time.
Yeah, because it's the same dick I'm gonna have for the rest of my life.
I can't do that because I got mad. You wasn't even talking about me, and I got mad while you was talking about it. I got angry like it was me. I was like, shit. So I know I can't deal with that.
Listen, I think people have this. Well, first of all, culturally, because we were taken from our homeland and our cultures we have no idea about. It was very common for men and women to have multiples in Africa. But because we don't know nothing about that, we conform to this Western society of monogamy, which is bullshit. We're animals. Animals are not monogamous. They have multiple partners. And I think people have, when you're married, I own you now. No, you don't own me. You get the chance to experience me. Me and my husband are sharing the experience together right now. We have 2 kids. We have a very nice, comfortable life. And when this experience is over, then it's over. I don't want nobody to ever feel like if I can't have you, nobody else will. Bitch, I'ma kill you. No, It ain't
that's how that be going too, huh?
And that's how it's going.
I remember that girl,
that's a fact.
Instagram girl that just got killed by her sugar daddy.
Yeah, the IG model. Yeah, she was kind of like messing with the dude on the side or something.
Oh, see, I thought
he killed her and then killed himself.
Texas.
Yeah, he killed her and killed himself.
Some of these dudes, man, they like.
I don't want to be loved like that to the point where you feel like you own me. No, you don't own me. We share an experience, and I think people should try it because I have no desire to leave my husband at all. Like, we got a good thing going here. I have no desire to leave, to break up our home. However, if I want to see another chick or another guy, then I don't feel like that should threaten what we built. So we have the freedom. There's nothing like going somewhere and you see somebody like, damn, he fine, or damn, she fine. And you can actually pursue without like trying to fucking cheat. And you cheat, you start something, you get caught, and then you lose
both of them.
Right. So have the shit open. And
then when it's like that, you don't even want to do it that much. You be like, since I can't do it, I ain't gonna do this shit. If it come to me, right?
I'm saying, what y'all think about the Will and Jada situation? Because the latest thing was I was like, damn. Jada Smith was saying like it's hard for her to I guess she was saying it's hard for her to keep having sex with Will. So I was like, damn, that's messed up.
I don't know about hard to, because it's definitely not hard for me to keep having sex with my husband. It's just you know, you be wanting to try something different. One day I want red bottoms, the next day I want, you know, Christian Dior. You know, it's just different. It's not better. It's just different.
So what did that where did that thinking come from? Like, did you always grow up thinking like this, or did something happen?
Well, I've always liked girls as well, and most of it came from because when we got married, like I'd be wanting to have threesomes and shit with girls, and of course, you know, for me to be able to fuck with a girl, she got to fuck with him. Because a lot of girls would just want to mess with me, and I'm like, okay, but you gotta mess with him. And they were like, okay, just so they could mess with me. And I was like, how about we just, you do you and I do me. So yeah, it's great. It's great. And I haven't heard of people that are having this type of arrangement getting divorced, because it's great. Like, we've eliminated the two causes of divorce.
And then, so y'all are not like swinging or nothing, right?
No, but we would. I just like.
Oh, don't you got a story about that?
Look, I got morals. Like, I've been to a swinging club, but the shit just nasty to me. Like, I'll do the shit behind closed doors, but like having sex in public, and just like, we went to this club in Atlanta. I think it was called like Venus or some shit. But they had like mattresses on the floor, and I worked in like blood-borne pathogens, and you can really get some shit. And I was just disgusted at what I saw. Like, y'all just, the condom wrappers everywhere.
Oh yeah,
just
so that's
those
nasty.
sheets, just mattresses on the ground. Like, there was a room that was just filled with mattresses. I was disgusted with it.
I went to one in Baltimore. We went to one in Baltimore. Oh nah, that one I ain't want. That shit trash.
Yeah, I don't like
that. That was super trash. But nah, me and my wife, we went to one before we got married. We ain't do that shit after, but before it was that one was wild, because that one was like a regular club. So you just go in. Only couples can go in, and single women. So if you're a guy, the only way you can get in is if you marry, or another girl bring you in there or whatever. So it's a gang of chicks inside. So we but it's like a club. DJ playing, everybody on the dance floor, but so if you meet somebody in the club portion of it, you go downstairs. And then downstairs had all these theme rooms. Like, you got to check in, so you got to sign up for the room. So like, let's say you want the doctor room where they got the stirrup chair, so the girl gonna be in the stirrup chair, and y'all two in there. You just because you don't got to take a person that you meet. You and your girl can just go in there, or your guy can just go in there. So they had different theme rooms. Like, I can't remember what them damn rooms. Then they had one big ass room. That was a group sex room that I never went in, but they had a big ass room, like the size of like 2 bedrooms, and it had a glass window. So anybody who went down in there to like while you waiting for a room to open, you can fucking stare. You just stare right in the goddamn room like, oh, you gotta, if you don't want to see shit, you gotta cover your eyes or whatever. But like, that one was not bad because they had security down there. They had the box of condoms if you want to grab one before you go in the room. The only thing is, you be having some weird people in them joints, show. Like dude ran up on us like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here. We young still, fuck old ass dude."
I mean, because a lot, honestly, sex is a energy exchange as well. So when I do hey handsome somebody, I definitely get a chance to have a conversation with them, see where their head is at. Like, I don't really fuck with dudes that's like all negative or don't take care of their kids or just red flags. You know, if he just so happened to be married, and if he can do something, then I can do something, then we great. But like, I eliminate as if I was a single woman dating. You know what I mean?
Let's say, have you ever heard of soul ties?
No. But it sounds like what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they basically say like, after a while, after you keep having sex with somebody, y'all end up getting connected. So then when y'all quit having sex, you know, you still connected. It's hard to shake them because y'all basically, you know, like you said, sometimes when you have sex, it gets like spiritual sometimes.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you just can't be willy-nilly random. And I think that's why I'm like, I ain't bust a grape in a minute, because like I really, if I send an inbox or somebody, try to holler at me, and if the conversation is like dull, I would hate being single in 2021. Like, it's just horrible. But if the conversation is dull and it just really doesn't go anywhere, honey, bye.
Yeah. And you like, shoot, if it don't work, I still got my man, right? It's like
my life is lit.
Facts. No, I see why people would do it. I do see, and I do understand what you say. People just used to what it is, because it's kind of like that with religion. Like, people just used to going to church. Like, ain't nobody looking up nothing. Ain't nobody researching anything. They just say, "Big Mama said, get your ass to church."
What it is.
You went, and you ain't say nothing now. But these kids now, they Googling everying. You better be careful what you tell somebody at that church, because they gonna look it up. Like, he just told me that Lord said.
What you said in Google.
Hey, look. They said the Lord. They Googling. Should I give the pastor $200 for his birthday?
Right. Why?
Google like hell no.
Jesus supposed to be black. So
that's how it be.
But it works for us, and most people that I know be like, man, I couldn't do it. Like, most men I know would be like, I wish my wife would, but most women I know, they feel like they couldn't do it, and I just don't understand it.
No, but like you said, everybody's used to that Western way of monogamy too, though.
I would say, what you think about? You remember that David Hollister song, "One Woman Man"?
Yo, my joint. That's my joint too.
Shit, if you've been through all that shit already, then when you really like, sometimes they done with that shit.
How that song go?
Yeah, but that's because he kept getting caught cheating.
Yeah,
but if
true.
It's okay for him to have outside things, then he wouldn't be. If a man had the permission to have more than one woman, they would have more than one woman. And that's just all it is to it. Like,
or if she was like, you can have one other one, it's gonna be somebody's gonna go try to get 2 extra, somebody could try to get 3. Right. She said you can have 1 extra one, because this is what we said. I remember there was somebody put a poll out. They was like, even like, for one, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. So like, if that happened, then you probably
who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I?
But also, they also said you can give a man everything. Like, let's say Jay-Z was broke, but Beyonce was worth $1 billion. He would still cheat on. You would still cheat on that woman. Like, a woman can give you everything. Like, you're gonna still find a way to be like I'm gonna still try to find a way to go try to fuck around. Because now I'm home all day while she at work making all this money. She on tour somewhere. You don't go. You back home doing crazy shit. So I don't know, man. That shit weird.
For men, it's just physical though. Like,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. I would say too though. It's some guys that really they really be in love with that woman. That's who they want to be with the rest of their life. Like, I know dudes like that shit don't be seen. I was like, damn, it's like that, but it's dudes that really be like that for real. Like, some dudes like that. I met them. It's like they really be happy. It's this one dude I know. I just told him today. I said, dang, man. I said, I'm getting you get like the husband of the year, because like every day he drops her off and picks her up from work. He always open the door for her. He like bring her roses. Today he had like "My Wife Is So Awesome" shirt on. I'm like, damn, man. Like,
God damn.
Yeah,
you like say some pussy really, for the rest of us.
And then I saw a picture of him with him, and he was smiling. I was like, he really is happy with her. Like, he really loves his woman.
And that, and that's what's up. And I believe that I believe those relationships exist. But my thing is, if he had permission to have another woman, I don't think that he would pass it up. I don't think so. They have to, like, that's just like you go to a job, you appreciate that job. That job is paying well and take care of your family. So you go nurture the job that you have. Right. But if you were able to get a little side hustle with no strings attached, your ass is gonna do that too. But that's just my opinion. Who am I? I'm just a woman that's been married for 7 years. So, who am I?
Nah, you spending some game, man. You know, you might have some people in here listening that want to convert.
I swear people should try it. At least try it and set your own boundaries. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that, because ours is, of course, like, no fucking in our bed, no raw, and no babies. Like, that's it.
Man, I saw some crazy shit on social media yesterday. I saw somebody post, they said, I'd rather have a nigga with a felony than a nigga with a baby mama. I was like, damn.
This should be true. I mean, I like niggas with felonies anyway, because I like that street cred. But them baby mamas, honey, no. And it just be, because some baby mamas are cool and chill. The baby mamas that give you hell are the baby mamas that still got feelings for them baby daddies. Because the ones that are over them, they don't give a fuck what you do. Sis, you got them. That's your problem now. But the ones that keep causing havoc, they have resentment towards that man, or they still have feelings for him. So, and that's just something. But a lot of people, both men or women, are in these toxic relationships and bring out this toxicity because they are battling things internal with themselves. And instead of addressing the problem, going to land on somebody's motherfucking couch and working the shit out, they just jump from relationship to relationship, and the issue is never solved. That battle is within them, and so they'll never have a healthy relationship, no matter who they fucking with. You gotta watch people like that. That can't stay in relationships. There's something that, boo, it's not them, it's you. And at some point, they gotta take accountability of maybe it is me.
Yeah, like I remember, man, my old boss. Yeah, my old boss, she was mean, and she was like 45 with no kids, never been married. Man, she was so mean, boy.
Especially if they be fine too. You be like, you fine as fucking, you ain't got no kids and everybody ever wiped you. That bitch crazy.
Let you know everything you need to know.
That tell you something.
You only gotta ask them nothing else. That let you know everything right there.
Right.
Like you pretty, no kids, never been married. Yeah.
That's why I ain't gonna lie. I was always looking at Halle Berry funny. So I was like,
yep, she got some issues.
Yeah,
I don't know what her issues are, but she got some underlying issues she need to have resolved, because it's not everybody.
I think Jada Pinkett got some issues.
She probably do.
I said, man,
everybody got issues.
No, you know what though? And they say the black community do got PTSD.
Absolutely.
You know, we got that. We
2020 fucked me up. I was at work on a call center crying. Like this one customer, she was a white lady. She was like, I'm so sorry for what y'all going through. She apologized. She was like, I'm a white woman. I've participated in the civil rights movement, and what the fuck we're doing is just fucked up. She was like, white people are fucked up. And I broke down and started crying, because like, somebody get it. And a lot of them get it. They just don't want to.
You know, if they admit to it, then they lose their power too.
Yeah, I was just going to say 100.
They be the outcasts, right?
I was just about to say that. Just because they get it don't mean they finna give up their privileges.
Right. They finna give up that shit. Look, saying it mean you giving up what you got. Right. So it's like, some people gonna acknowledge it because they ain't got shit too. Like, you know what? You ain't got nothing to lose by coming out and saying it. Like the lady who got Emmett Till killed confessed while she was dying.
That he didn't do it, right?
That he didn't do that, but we
have generations of trauma, generations. Like there's some shit that I just can't watch because it just fucks with me. Like Colin, Black and White, you gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. They're gonna make some white people mad, but I love it.
I'm saying, they say trauma it goes from so basically like they were saying like slavery. It's probably in our chromosomes somewhere, that trauma and stuff. Like it spreads through generations.
Yeah, generational. Yeah. Right.
Some people
not resolved. And that goes to finances as well. Mm-hmm. That shit is generationally passed down. If my mama knew what I know now and the way I'm setting my son up to be successful, I wish, but it's something that's just not taught to us, to save money, to have investment accounts, to have life insurance, because it's just not talked about in the Black community as it should be. Now, there's nothing in my mind, in my body, in my DNA that negates that white people have privilege and they are treated better than us. Things are taken away from us just because we're Black. But there's some things that equal the playing field, and life insurance is one of them. They don't give a fuck what color you are. As long as you pay that premium, you're gonna get paid out. That's a way for you to create generational wealth for your family. Because if there's nothing else on this fucking planet, your ass is gonna die.
Yeah, I'm saying you gonna
we
die
don't
anyway.
win, but you gonna die. Why not set your family up? Why not?
Yeah, it's just selfish.
And you got people, I was gonna say, you got people like that's just selfish too. I know people with money who ain't set up nothing to have for their kids or something happen to them.
Having GoFundMe, they're like, how the fuck you got a GoFundMe for? It'll be celebrities with GoFundMe. He's like, hold up.
AJ Johnson that just died.
Yeah, they did have one.
And then his wife like, y'all ain't helping me. Bitch, that's your responsibility. That's
nobody's responsibility. Life insurance.
Especially if you know he was having some medical issues or he was having some stuff going on with him. Like that's one of those things where I thought about that. Like, man, you got to leave them something to get them started on their path. Like this is a little something to get you started in life. Use it to buy a business, put a down payment on a house, something, man. But this is how you get your
student loans.
This is how you get your slice of the American pie.
I'll say even that something, man. Shit, try to leave as much as you can, because shit, the more they get, the better it's gonna help them.
That's it. But people don't think like that. Yeah. People think like, I had a client, she was reluctant to get it. Why they trying to kill me off? No, they're not trying to kill you off, but you're gonna die. They're trying to prepare for the shit. It's coming.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's like you don't want. It's like a touchy subject, but it's something that you have to shit. I'm 41. I got to talk about. I'm like, shit, man. What the comedian said? I got like 20, 30 more summers left.
Got a good 30 more years. According to
I got a good little 30 summers left to fuck around. I got to get this.
Right. We are more than half our what's your estimated
life expectancy?
Age? Yeah. Life expectancy.
But they say it's like it's longer now because like I don't know, people getting healthier now, so it's actually
it was, but COVID is fucking us up.
Yeah.
And like you said, you don't know the long-term effects on it. You don't know the long-term effects on the vaccine.
I just heard a story today. They were saying the reason they made Social Security 65 was because people was dying at 45. Damn. It was like we gave 65 because whatever, but now people living like at least like 80 now.
Yeah,
but Black men, I think
gonna be run out by the time we hit 65. There's not gonna be no Social Security. Exactly. So you got to set yourself up now for investments, even if it's like $100 a month. Put that money away into an investment account, because what it is, because there's now you're gonna get me talking about insurance.
Do your thing.
So you have the whole policies, which the whole policies are the policies that our grandmothers and our grandfathers got, that they paid $100 a month for a $10,000 policy that they've been paying for the last 40 years, because they sell us on the fact that you will have $50,000 that you could borrow against. Honey, you done paid that $50,000 already.
Yeah, so you ain't borrowing nothing.
Right. They get us on the fact that, okay, if in case of an emergency, you can touch the savings portion of your life insurance. But what they don't tell you is, while you're spending $100 on this policy, only $50 is going into the actual life insurances, and the other $50 is going into an investment account that the banks are investing your money. Now the banks see 12% interest on that $50, and they give you 2%. They keep 10%. But what we do, my company, we cut out the middleman. We give you that same policy that you pay the $50 for, but that extra $50 that you pay, instead of you getting 2% return of interest, we teach you how to get the whole 12 like the banks are getting. And that's what it is. You should never keep your life insurance and your savings account together. And you get certain investments that if in case of an emergency, you need to borrow against it, you can. And you ain't got to pay it back. It's your money. But those life insurance policies, you got to pay that shit back. And
it's just like bad record deals, huh?
Bad record. If you don't pay it back, let's say you die. If you don't pay it back, it's coming out that $10,000. So, and you got to pay it back with interest. It's insurance. And if I was an immoral person, because there's money in insurance, there is money in insurance. Insurance, the finance industry creates the most millionaires. I'm trying to tell you. If I was a crooked motherfucker, though, I would be selling those whole life policies because I get a way more money on the policies that I write if I was doing whole life rather than the policies that I write now. But I have a conscience. I don't like fucking people. You know what I mean? So
no, that's bad karma anyway. You don't want that coming back on you.
No. And you just gotta educate people. I'm in the business of educating. Like I don't want to sell nobody nothing. But I feel like it's my duty to at least let you know what's going on. It's up to you. I don't donate to GoFundMe's. Sorry. Because I reach out to people. Hey, I'm available. I'm licensed in multiple states. If I'm not licensed in your state, I can either A, get licensed, or B, find somebody that is licensed in your state so I can help you out. But my friends and family, y'all better not die on my watch and I have no life insurance. I don't give a fuck what you say because I'm not giving shit. I show up.
You had a chance.
You had a chance.
Where the chicken at? They like.
Where the chicken at?
I agree. I think that's something that's a stigma in the Black community that it's good that you spoke on it because people need to hear that.
Man, I remember my stepdad died. I was mad as shit because I think I was 17 or 18. I was in my senior year in high school. But I remember all I got was like $1,000 or some shit like that, $2,000. I was mad as shit. I was like, what the fuck?
That's all he had? Right. That's it?
Yeah, I was like, man, what the fuck's going on?
He only died one time, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, what he thought I was gonna do? What I'm supposed to do with that?
I'm going straight to the store.
I should have bought some crack with that or something. So that shit. So like,
look, stepdaddy, I flipped your 2,000. Oh, you gave. Nah, but yeah. So the Colin thing, I seen some people talking about it where some people didn't like the fact that he was equating it to the NFL combine. And
for me, it equates. Listen, shut up and run. That's their mentality. Those white fucking owners, these basketball players. But my thing is, these basketball players and football players is athletes, period. Other than like Kyrie Irving, which I shout out to him because he said, fuck it. If I gotta quit, then I gotta quit. But it's all about shut up. We have been white people's entertainment since
forever.
Since they took us from Africa.
That's the only way they're gonna make you a millionaire.
That's it. Well, unless you got into the financial services business. But we have been their entertainment since they took us from Africa. And we're still their entertainment. That's all we are good for is entertaining them in their minds.
But would it come back to what Kanye West said about it being a choice? You have a choice to play.
You do.
In the NBA and the NFL.
It's the money.
Right. So how would you compare it to slavery if slaves didn't get paid millions of dollars to be slaves?
Well, it's the choice to leave. To leave and die.
Yeah, the sharecroppers got paid, but I'm saying like the average slave wasn't getting paid. Like me, like from I'm all I'm doing is playing devil's advocate because I agree with what he's doing. Like you measuring me to see who got the biggest arms, who's the fastest. They did that same thing when they sold the good slaves. Like, hey, I got a nigga 6'6" on your look. Hey, he could pick cotton all motherfucking day type shit. I know they probably did that. Like, he gonna go for a lot of money. But I'm thinking like we say on this show all the time, man. If these black athletes say, you know what, we gonna take like almost like a person who had to sleep in their car before they got on, like a Tyler Perry. I had to sleep in my car. I had to do this, but I got my own shit now though. You feel me? If the players say, you know what, we're gonna take a little hit, but we can start our own black NBA. We can start our own black NFL. These owners that got the money now, I'm pretty sure, they not gonna be on board with it, but you ain't gonna have no choice because the fans gonna still want to see that sport. Like, I don't think all the fans is gonna be like, well, if all the NFL players that's black start their own NFL, the fans ain't gonna not go to the games. because they want to see them people play. So you're gonna still have some money coming in, but I think they just scared. They're scared to make that jump.
The NFL is 70% black. 70%.
But that 30% got all the money that's giving those 70% black stuff. So if all the owners is white billionaires, except for maybe one or two, you looking at your livelihood like, all right, man, if we do start the other shit, we're gonna be like them other leagues that tried to start and they fell off at the end. But at least
you're standing for something. At least they're standing for something. They standing for the betterment of our community as a whole. And
I agree. And they can make a crazy change too.
They could.
I believe that.
That's the only way any of this shit will change. If the people with the influence, these athletes, these celebrities, if they made a change, if they use their platforms and like, you know what, this is what the fuck we gonna do. That's the only way. If we stop spending our money, if we keep our money in our communities, there will be a change because we
got to change the prices on the stuff. Yeah,
Black people make money. We just have really poor spending habits.
True,
and that's just all to it.
Black in the film had them got them tickets $500 to get in the game.
You know the dumbest shit is to me. The dumbest shit to me is when niggas buy like the fucking Gucci belts and scarves and shit. I'm like,
that shit's like, stupid, huh?
Like $3,000 on a belt. I'm like, I ain't gonna never.
Some of that shit be fake, or they bought it with a fake credit card.
It'd be funny because like that should be funny when they be having their outfit and they tuck their whole outfit in to show their belt, but the rest of it ain't Louis, so it don't even match. That should be looking weird.
They got on Jordache with a Gucci belt.
Yeah.
People out here are really flogging. I mean, that's all. Old.
But you know what it is? It's all part of the culture. We say that a lot on here when people come on. I'm like. It's going back to what you say. We have all the influence. People are dressing like that because of Black people with money who they look up to. So those same Black people who out there, oh shit. And here's the thing. If you see the little baby with a fucking Gucci whatever on, 9 times out of 10, Gucci probably gave him that shit to wear to get you dumb niggas with no money to go spend what you don't have to go buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you go into the store to go spend the money, man, they giving that shit to them. Like if you watch the Super Bowl, you get MVP, a fully loaded fucking truck that costs like $99,000 or whatever. Now, if I want that truck because I like it, I got to go really spend that. And I'm not a millionaire like the person who you just gave it to.
Right.
So people don't understand that. It's like you going out to go buy that because this person got it, but that person probably didn't have to pay for it. You know, 75% of Americans don't have access to $500 emergency cash if they needed it. See, that's sad, man.
75%. That number is staggering. 75%.
But they probably got all kind of shit in their house, though.
I ain't even 75%. I'm glad to say that shit.
Oh, I'm not either.
Yeah, we ain't in there. But no, I'm saying you got people like you said. You like, damn, you ain't got $500, but you got all the latest. Right. Newest stuff, you got brand new car, all that. So
you still get overdraft, bank fees, and your bank account in the negative. Nigga, I don't know when the last time I got an overdraft fee. All my shit on auto pay. Because when I get that good direct deposit every 1st and the 15th, here, take it.
Right. And you know, we wasn't really taught about credit growing up too.
Oh God.
Like I didn't know if my parents had good credit or not growing up. I didn't know if that shit was growing up. But now. Like me, like I don't know. I like to see because my score is starting to go up a lot now. So I never knew how good that shit felt. You be like, oh shit, but then you got to still be disciplined too, because you like, shit, nigga, my shit at 690. Let me go apply for this goddamn American Express, or because you got to be disciplined when you apply for those cards. Yeah, shout out. Oh yeah, that's right. You do the fraud stuff, right? They be calling you lying because they done blew a bag at Live.
Listen. Yo, the funniest shit be people that call me. I was in Miami in a club and I think I got drugged and I woke up and then I got all these charges on my account. Sir.
That was your ass out there trying to be a baller with your car.
You need to call the cops, not the credit card.
And that nigga swiping that shit. I'm going to call Amex in the morning on their ass.
Yeah, because you sound sorry.
Oh, wait, what if they telling the truth?
You're like, sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. I get. Well,
hey, look, you pull up the chart. There should be like 3 bottles of Ace of Spades. Like, nigga, everybody stole your damn card.
This lady, she called.
That's
she was
funny.
in Vegas. $900 bottle of something, and they went to the dance floor and it got stolen. And she wanted to dispute the transaction. Ma'am,
You done, yo?
Dispute that. They delivered it. Somebody in your section should have been watching it. No,
I already know that'd be me. I'll be calling their ass, giving them a sob story like my uncle got COVID. Think, hey, what the fuck your uncle got COVID got to do with you spending $2,000 at the nightclub?
At the titty club. Nothing.
They use the ATM in there, don't they? That should be charging them like $800. Take $100 out.
Take it out, right? Because we try not to. Don't do that. But I do be feeling bad for like the elderly people because a lot of people like prey on elderly, and these scams are getting real good. You know, your computer needs work. You need to go buy gift cards and give us the number on the back of the gift cards. And I'm like, y'all still falling for this shit? But I had a guy that had like $20,000 worth of gift cards that he bought, and he scratched off and gave them people the numbers. And I'm like, there's nothing I could. It wasn't fraud.
Man, that's how I know. That's how I know I'm getting old. They got me the other day.
No.
Man, look, AT&T got me though. Real talk. Like, I paid my bill. When I did the auto pay on the bill, they sent me a on the app. They was like, "Yo, you qualify for a free gift." And I'm like, "Yo, if it's AT&T," but no. But look, I was like, "It's AT&T, so how bad could it be?" So I click it, and it was like it was some headphones. They wasn't AirPods, but they look like AirPods. So they was like, "Yo, for $9.99, we'll send you these AirPods, which have a street value of $250." I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna give them to my daughter because she needs some new headphones. But I'm like, if you already lost 2 pair of AirPods, I ain't buying a third pair. So you're gonna get these fair pods or whatever. But supposedly they like the regular AirPods. So man, I get the joints in the mail. They charge me $10 for the shipping and handling. This was like maybe like 3 weeks ago. Maybe last week I got a charge for like $110 on my account. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back, I see it's the same charge that charged me the $9.99. So I call the people. But look, here's the funny thing. This is at 11 o'clock at night. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to just try to call them, see if they answer. Yo, they answer the phone to some fucking lady with an Indian accent. Yeah, how can I help you? I said, yo, I got charged like $110 for some. I ain't never bought nothing from y'all. She was like, sir, when we sent you those headphones, there was a terms and conditions that said these are headphones that you can test. If you don't return them back to us within 10 days, we're going to charge you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I said, look, man, I ain't see that. But I had to take a hit. I took a hit, though, because they only gave me $60 back. But I said, damn, they ain't going to give me again, man. But that shit hurt, man, because I was sitting there like, yo, I'm old now. You motherfuckers got me with one of these dumbass scams. But I didn't think AT&T.
Well, it wasn't a scam. It was terms and conditions that none of us failed to read.
Yeah, we don't read that shit. I'm like, I said, why you going to send me some headphones and test? But that's how they get you. Because look, ain't nobody probably going to see that on there. And people are like, shit, I'm finna get some $10 headphones. Huh?
They don't read it. It's there.
So that's why they phones always ringing. Because I was on the phone, we all these goddamn phones ringing in the background. I'm like, everybody calling because they got charged for $110 for some shit y'all told me cost $250. I said, y'all playing a really good game out there, man, but that's fucked up what y'all doing to people.
No, it's not. It's fucked up that people don't read.
Yeah, I was mad, boy. She said, I can give you $60 back.
It's fucked up that people don't read.
They got my old black ass.
Yeah, they still winning. If they give you $60 back, they still winning because they got $40. Yeah,
because they gave me $40 for some shit you bought at the Dollar Tree. They probably bought them shit for $1 somewhere.
Now they got $50 from you, huh? They gave you $60 back, but they got
they gave me $60 back. Plus they got the $10 for the shipping and handling that I gave the first time.
Yep.
So I was like, yo, that's why she was cool to give me back to 60. Cause I didn't even ask for the money back. I was just like, yo, that's wild what you did. She was like, I'm gonna just give you $60 back. I'm like, oh, all right.
That's why you want to call the police.
Look, I get these ones that they think they're buying. Like this guy spent $300 on a pair of what he thought were Yeezys, and them junks was like Sheezys, and he was like, you know, they came from overseas and they were trying to like, sir, Yeezys cost more than $300.
Even the real ones.
I don't give a fuck there's no deals out there that's that good to be true.
Not on those because they so high in demand. Right. And you can and if you $300 for you can get a couple pair of the fake ones for that amount. They got you for that. Like they really finesse you, and it's just stuff going on. There's a girl out there putting out a TikTok video that the dude finessed out of dude stole $1,000 from her or whatever. So she said she lived in North Carolina. She used to mess with this dude in Baltimore.
How he stole it?
So look, this is what happened. She said she had some merchandise that she wanted to sell. So she hit him up because she was going to be in Baltimore for the day. So he called her up. I mean, she called him up. She went out there. They got a hotel. They kicked it. She said the next day he told her, meet me at the mall. The people going to get the merchandise from you for. They're going to give you $1,000 for this merchandise. So she was saying he left her in the mall and robbed her. So he saw the video. He posted the real story. He was like, look, this bitch just wanted to fuck with me. I ain't rob her ass, nigga. I just finessed that bitch. Like, you can't trust niggas from Baltimore. You come from North Carolina, country ass, came down to Baltimore, thought you was finna sell some shit. What I did to her was, he said, I took her to the mall. I told her, give me the merchandise. I'm finna go meet the dude and sell it. And what I did was I left her dumb ass in the food court, got in my car and sold that shit and went home. So she ain't get robbed, y'all. She got finessed. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That's true. Because I would not give somebody my stuff and be like, yo, I'm going to stay here while you go sell it. Yeah, you gave that to me.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like people out there just, and it's hard times for some people, for a lot of people out here right now, too.
Motherfuckers need to stop being so motherfucking gullible. Where you going?
I'm
going with you. I'm going with you. I'll hold on to my shit. I think people be so scared, especially women. We be so scared to offend somebody that that may have interest in us or show us a little I don't give a fuck. Give me my money. I don't care. If you feel uncomfortable like these card members, well, I felt uncomfortable. They made me do. No, they didn't make you do anything.
Yeah, you swiped that
You
joint.
chose to give them your credit card number. That's not fraud. You got scammed. They made me do this. You could at any time hung up.
But are they a victim
of a scam
to the point where they can get the money back?
To call the cops.
Damn. So they don't get the money back on that?
No, not if they gave them their credit card number. If they have some shit they signed up for, like you did,
like on some hacking shit, huh?
Like if somebody stole your card.
You get your number, you get your money back is if a charge just appeared on your account.
Yeah, like a hacker or something.
Yeah. If you didn't do any business with the merchant at all. And like I get a lot of people stop leaving your fucking bank account info or your checking account or your credit cards on sites where you can just go in and cash out and check out and you ain't got to put your card in. Because if that site gets hacked, your shit get hacked. Yeah. And it's just a whole, put your credit card information even on Amazon. You type that shit in every time. Don't leave it on Target. Don't leave it on Walmart. Don't leave it on any sites where you can just check out. Stop being lazy. I be wanting to be like, just stop being lazy. Because you can control this. But if
somebody got they blind?
What, nigga?
I'm saying, what if they blind or something? They might have a disability, so they can't type it in all the time.
They got a caregiver that can.
Oh.
Yeah. They type
it in that one time. They got somebody that can type it in for them. For sure.
I agree. But I say it's still sad though.
Where people leave their shit on sites and then they have trips to Europe and then the dumbass people put the trips in their name. Like, the scammers put the shit in their name and they get their money back. But if you got scammed for gift cards or you entered in a site, sorry.
Damn, I ain't know they. Cash. That's wild. Sorry. So and I know you got another endeavor. You doing a podcast right now, right? What's going
on? Talk that shit. So I am in my last semester. Well, I have 2 more semesters of school, and I'll be graduating with a broadcasting degree. And then I'm gonna further my education at the only Black HBCU down here in South Florida, Florida Memorial University. But my professor was like, you need to get behind the camera. It's time, to get you some content. So when it is time to shop your shit around, you'll have content and they'll see, how you work and how you bring conversation. So on Friday nights, tomorrow night from 8 to 10, live on Instagram, Talk That Shit Radio. It's me and 3 guys, a whole bunch of testosterone. I'm the only estrogen. But we just talk about like current events, trending topics, things that affect in the Black community. I mean, I've watched y'all podcast a few times. I'll call it a few episodes, and I see that y'all like with a lot of artists. We don't particularly gravitate towards artists, but it is gravitating towards like pop culture, Black culture.
Yeah, it's part of it's still pushing the culture forward without having the artists on. We just love music, so we part of the game. So it's like, let's just bring on artists who don't get no shine, particularly or normally. So bring them on and let the people
bring them on and give them some exposure.
Give them some exposure.
So, but we just talk. I like to talk. Like in high school, I was voted to most likely like be Oprah. Said the morning announcements, always had a microphone in my hand. Anytime I could talk, I would talk. So why not get paid for it? It's a passion. It's been there forever.
There's money in it.
See myself. Yeah, but you got to get to a certain status to get that money. Because honestly, like what I want to do, like starting out is only like $60,000 to $80,000, and that's right. And that's just.
And what's gonna be your niche though? Who's gonna be your target audience? Just Black people in general, or are you reaching for Black women more so?
Do you know who Delilah is?
I heard of Delilah.
Delilah, if you're ever driving at 1 or 2 a.m., she has this love kind of and she's the highest paid woman radio personality. She works 3 days a week. She records in her home studio. And it's not live, but it's sold to to radio stations. But it's all love all the time. She's really uplifting. It's just, she's really relatable. So I just want to spread positivity. Like I like interviewing people. In a perfect world, it would be Wendy Williams with not being nasty, not being intrusive. Watching some of Wendy Williams' interviews make me feel uncomfortable because I can tell she's making them people feel uncomfortable by not only the questions that she asks, it's the manner in which she continues to probe after they be like, I don't really want to talk about that. She keeps going. And I don't like that. Like, I don't like that.
You know who's the highest paid radio guy, right?
Radio man?
Yeah.
Let me guess. Hold on. Is he Black or white?
White.
Howard Stern?
Yeah, he do the same shit.
Yeah.
That's why she gets
but I don't like him either. I don't watch him either.
Like him, but I was like, they get paid to do that shit too.
Yeah. But Howard Stern is because some are considered he's a GOAT. He's paid his wage. He's been doing this shit for like 30 plus years. I just don't like the intrusiveness. I'm never going to be like that to people.
But I think we trying to like trying to make it big by not being intrusive. So it's like a longer road.
It is.
Because like if we was the type of dudes that was trying to interrogate dudes, and we would have probably been heard by a lot of people, more people than we do now. We do got people who listen to it regularly, but it's like if you was like that dude that be like, hey, so man, tell me when you talked about this in your song, did you really go shoot somebody?
Right.
But like, dude, I'm like, yo, people don't care about. I don't think people really care about. I mean, I can't say they don't care about it. It's drama.
Boring.
Right.
If you're not bringing spice, it's boring. It's boring. But I'm not going to be that type of person. I want to spread love. I want to spread positivity. And that's what my shows, whatever platform I'm going to be on, I'm going to tell the truth about whatever I'm talking about. But when I interview people, I'm not going to make them feel uncomfortable. And that's just what it is.
Charlamagne came from Wendy Williams too. That's why
I don't like him either.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of Charlamagne.
On her show. That's like her.
That's like an understudy
protege.
almost. Yeah, protege. Right. Yeah. So
I don't like him either. He's an asshole. Yeah, I don't like Charlamagne either.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He push all your buttons, huh? You be like, yo.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like what? Like, first of all, any nigga that walks around with his eyebrows looking like that, like I know that he gets them shit waxed every 2 fucking weeks. Shut the fuck up. I wonder if Charlamagne like sit down and pee. Like I really do, but I just don't like it. I don't respect that form of interview. Like.
Academics starting to do it more too.
Questions. Say that again.
I think academics are starting to do it more too. Like, fuck, he like beefing with people and doing shit like. I'm like, yo,
what?
We have enough. He said, "Don't let that shit get you killed." That's what Freddie Gibbs just told him.
Right. For real. You gonna say it to the wrong person. Right.
We have enough of that divisiveness already in this community, so why continue on?
But that's why it's hot, because for the people who try to get out of that divisiveness that we have, it's still so many more people that's stuck in it. And those are people who feed off that. I'm like, y'all still videotaping fights,
right? But I
put them on world all that.
Like if you listen to like the Ricky Smiley morning show, I love that's my show. How they be trying to fish for the brat to say something negative, and the brat don't be saying nothing. She don't say shit. She don't have no opinion about nothing. She report her stuff. If it's something like she personally knows about, like Bow Wow or Jermaine Dupri or Mariah Carey, she'll speak on that. But when they want her opinion about like Lil Nas X or she
ain't touching that, huh?
No,
she ain't trying to. She don't want to talk about the LGHDTV community like that,
and offend them and get them mad.
Yeah,
Lisa Ray ate her ass up that time though. Y'all let that shit when
Lisa Ray spazzed on her, huh?
Yeah, she came out on that show Lisa Ray and them had on
right
Fox
for
Soul.
her birthday.
Yeah, she was off on
that. Right, Lisa don't give a fuck. Like, oh shit, she is scared of her big sister, and she'll let that be known to anybody. She is scared of her big sister.
Brad didn't say shit. Brad got quiet.
Right. She her little, that shit reverted back to I'm your big sister, and I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. But that's just not going to be my style of interviewing. And Wendy Williams' ratings have went up since her ass ain't been there. People are tired of that shit. Yeah, I stopped watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm tired of seeing that type of image of us every time.
Man, that used to be my guilty pleasure too, boy. I said, watch that shit every Monday.
For like 10 years, it's like, come on.
I can't do it no more.
Y'all can't do nothing without
still fighting. Y'all shouldn't be friends no more. If it's 10 years, y'all still fighting like that.
And y'all creating fights just to have a storyline to be on TV.
And the shit is old. Y'all old as fuck. Trying to fight over who knows what he said, she said. Sit the fuck down.
And then everybody throwing water in somebody's face, saying y'all throwing a drink. Because what somebody said, that ain't no drink, because black people ain't wasting no fucking drinks that cost that much money. That's water in there.
I saw this article, it was talking about, speaking of housewives, it was saying Nene was mad at the housewives because they only sent her a $200 flower.
Collectively.
Oh, when Greg died?
Yeah, so she got mad.
Right.
Like, shit, that's enough. What the fuck? Like,
right. He dead.
Yeah,
but Greg was a cool guy. I've met.
I like Greg
a couple of times. He was really a nice guy.
He probably didn't like all of that spotlight stuff either. Probably,
right?
Huh?
Yo, it's just
I like Peter.
Negative. Peter, Bar One in Miami.
That joint going in.
Yes, I've met Peter a couple. I was down there with him last month. One of my friends, it's his like stepsister or god sister or some shit.
Oh, okay.
But Peter's a cool ass dude for sure.
Yeah, I actually like him, man. I was like, yo, Peter, a good dude. But you know what I'm saying? They get caught up in that limelight, and then they start doing these stupid storylines and make people not like you. Because you gotta have people that you gotta have storyline for people that like your storyline is you're gonna be this. So now people not gonna like you, but they're gonna still come watch the show. It's like wrestling in a way, right?
That shit ain't real though.
Yeah,
I know that shit ain't real, man. Cause like I know that shit with like Candy and Frost, I know that shit ain't real. And they together.
Rashida? No, Rashida.
Yeah, Rashida and Frost, how they always try to play their marriage.
Yeah.
They got a good marriage, man. I know that shit ain't real.
I don't know, because he had a real ass baby.
Yeah. Oh no.
He did have that baby with that girl, huh?
They've been together since she was
But
like,
yeah, you know what it is? Like I said before,
now.
but they said there was a lady, she was married 31 years. I told y'all last week, there's a girl married to a guy 31 years. And they said, how'd you stay married to him so long? She said, I had to forgive him 31 times. You feel me? So that's how it lasted so long. Y'all, shit ain't gonna, look, if somebody been in a relationship for 30 years, somebody did something fucked up a few times.
Absolutely. But you know, each his own, but I just had that negative shit, like you absorb that shit. I don't want to absorb nothing like that. If it ain't positivity, if it ain't bringing me money, if I like Candy is my bitch. I love Candy Burris. I love her mind. She all about business. She turned that whole dungeon shit into a
little freaky, that little freaky stuff. Shit.
Right, she a Taurus. Shout out to the Tauruses because I'm a Taurus, and if
you got a dungeon,
to her, say that again.
You got a dungeon?
No, but I go to her dungeon. Damn it.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
But she turned that shit. Her mind. Anything she thinks of, she manifests. And McKendra is real neutral. She's real fair. If you wrong, she'll let you know. Even if she rock with you, no, not that ain't what you said. Now But I can't even watch it for her no more because I just cannot watch that negative shit. Like I can't watch it.
I got tired of her crying all the time. Like you crying all the time.
We are emotional beings, Tauruses, and please believe we don't be crying because we punks. We be crying because we be mad, and that shit. That's what it be. Because I try not to get mad, but baby, when I get mad, ain't no stopping me.
Oh man, look, yeah, you be like, yo, white, yeah, I don't like you black, you'll black out on somebody?
Like I'm not a fighter, but I'm very intellectual and I use my words. Like I'll make a motherfucker feel real bad, just intellectually. So I try not to do that because I say stuff that you can't take back. Yeah.
Hey, what's that mean? The girl said, she said the dude, the message, she said, and we listened to your mixtape and we both laughing at your dumb ass. You be like, damn.
Shit like that. And that's why you can't even rap, nigga. Yeah.
Nigga, me and my new nigga listen to your mixtape and we laughing at your ass. You like, ooh, that shit right.
Right. That shit hurt you. So I just try not to get mad because, and I feel like a lot of things can be worked out if people just talked about it, have conversation about the issues that you have. And a lot of people like sweep shit under the rug. I don't want to offend. I don't want to talk about it. But so much of that, you're going to build a resentment and eventually you're going to pop. And when you pop, that's when the shit happens. So you just...
That shit you didn't have built up, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we going to have you come back.
Oh, is it time? Is it over?
Yeah, I got the... that's what happens when you talk about good stuff, dog. We usually be on for an hour. We done went over 20 minutes of it.
I see that now. My bad.
No, we good. We good.
And we only touched on I guess.
Oh, let me see your list.
Well, my list right here, but we didn't talk about Jay-Z. We talked about the life insurance. We talked about polygamy, Quick, Colin.
We talked about
BMF or Jay-Z get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Dame Dash want to squash the beat.
He just want to say his name. He just trying to keep his name out there. That's what Dame Dash trying to do.
That's what it is.
Yeah. No, it could be something like that, but it's like.
But let's just squash the beef.
You want to squash it.
Because you know how happy he probably was to hear Jay-Z do that.
I know.
That was like, shit, nigga. You first thing you say, I'm gonna squash the beef with this nigga because he mentioned my name. Maybe we gonna get something. But look, maybe they could work together. But like Jay said, they don't see eye to eye. But that's you can't take away his accomplishments either.
The last thing he heard from Jay-Z was make another hole. That was the last thing he told Dame Dash. That was a long time ago.
Right.
What's that? That's on Blueprint 3.
The Lost Ones. Yeah, I heard niggas say they made
make another hole.
Because at the end of the day, they was close, and so fortunately.
He said too much Sam Rothstein. I ain't a bitch, but I got to divorce him. That was real right there.
So hopefully they can mend those fences, even if it's not on a professional level where they work together again. Like I'm still hoping Hov and Kanye squash.
They work. They getting closer.
Right.
They
collab.
They
Return of the Throne. They got to do another.
You can't turn that money in that down. If you do ever watch the Throne 2, man, y'all gonna shut everything. Y'all gonna shut everything down with that. I hope him and Ye get that because Ye, that's my dude, man. No matter what people say about him, like I really think mental health is real. People he ain't immune to that shit because he Kanye West. Yeah. His shit is just gonna be on the spotlight because who he is. It's other niggas who act like that who live right down the street.
Yeah,
nobody give a fuck about that.
Kanye, he really needed to get away. He probably need to do some of that Dave Chappelle shit and go his ass to Africa for a year or something.
Just get away.
But once his mama died, his shit just was all, But Kanye is a lyrical genius. He is a musical genius, and can nobody take that shit away from him. So I hope.
I just got my Yeezy jacket in the mail today.
Hey.
I'm trying to sell it though. I ain't gonna wear that shit.
I think Kanye just needed a stronger woman beside him. I don't think
a black woman.
That basically, he needs a stronger woman.
His black woman left. He need another one.
Yep, facts.
And as much as the Kardashians create themselves to be us, they're not us. And that's just all it is to it.
Yep, they go Dr. Miami, huh?
That's it. They get the lip.
Make me look like that. Make me look like her.
Black man crazy over there. That's what they be doing. You turned that dude to a woman, for real? That's crazy. What the fuck was he? What made him do that? That shit crazy. Whatever that Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. But I watched that documentary. He been thinking he was a girl for a long time. But back in the 60s and shit, he couldn't explore cross-dressing and shit like that. But he has had that in him. That shit just
look. Would it be wrong if you identified as a woman, as a man, and you went to a job interview and you wore a nice little dress skirt suit?
Man.
Listen,
was you hiring a person?
Listen, are you trying to go over 30 minutes? Because I can start talking about that.
Hey,
I was thinking about that. I said, what if a dude just popped up in a damn skirt suit, hey, I'm here for my interview? Because you can't really discriminate against a person because of that.
No, man, we used to have somebody at one of my old jobs, man. He used to be a man. Then all of a sudden, when that Jenner stuff happened, he started dressing like a girl, and we had to make accommodations for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit real, man. That was long. That was like 4 years ago. That was a while ago.
Like Dave Chappelle said, how the fuck this nigga get Woman of the Year?
Man, that's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. And that's why I agree with what he said. They got a group out there that's they look at that shit the same way we look at blackface.
Right. Absolutely.
How you out here impersonating me, saying that I ain't shit. You impersonate me. You don't like me, but you impersonate me. And then you get Woman of the Year.
And accepting the accolades that we should be getting.
That's almost like Rachel Dolezal, right? You a Rachel Dolezal. But you up there NAACP you the NAACP president. Shit, you taking away a job from an actual black person because you act like a black person.
Yeah. So is Sean King white?
I don't be trusting him because I'll be like, I just don't know where he came from. Where does he come from? So I just don't trust him.
But is he white?
He mixed.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's mixed.
Okay.
You don't like him either?
Oh, I don't know. I appreciate his efforts, but it's hard. It's hard to trust someone that really can't identify with our struggle. But if he's a black man, then he could.
True.
But if he's a white man, he really can't.
I think he mixed though. I'm really tell you the truth, I'm just going off how his hair look. So he might not be, but his hair look like he mixed.
Because his parents look lily white. Unless he adopted, or his mama fucked the milkman or something.
Something happened, huh?
Because his low haircut, he had that low cut Caesar. He do look
and
like
you can get away with it if you cut it real low. Because I seen some white dudes, you be like, yo, you got the fade look like my joint.
Right. So I don't know. But I appreciate his efforts. I can't even take that from him. He does a lot. He somebody got fucked up, but he done got fucked up for setting up for black people. So if he black or if he ain't, I appreciate him.
Yeah, you want us now.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up. Like his livelihood and his homes get like invaded and they putting his address and shit out. Like, you know, this shit's crazy. But I buy his books. His shit is right here on my little shit. I got Sean King's book. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta. Is it good? Are you started it?
Yeah, it's very informative. It's things that we should know. It was better at the beginning when the whole the elections and shit. It just helps us how to navigate, and if we do this is the outcomes and things of that nature. But it's a good book. It's very informative. Politics.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's what's up. All right, look. Any last thing you want to leave the people? What's the best advice? What's the best advice you ever received recently? Before we go.
Recently?
Or what's the best advice you received as an adult?
Well, if it's your dream to do something, because I'm starting my dream of broadcasting literally like 20 years after, like I got pregnant, you know, I had to do my responsibilities. But if it's something that's in you, keep going. Like it'll manifest. You have to do the work, but it'll definitely manifest. Set your kids up for a better future than how our parents set us up. Just because that's the way we do things doesn't mean it's the way it has to continue to be done, or it's the right way. But that's it. Take care of your teeth, take care of your feet, and take care of your credit. But that's about it.
Hey, I was soaking my feet while we was doing this podcast.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was driving my feet off. Yeah, I was driving my feet off. Shit, I had to soak my feet. Shit,
and with somebody there, I seen this thing before we go. I seen this thing. I think I gotta look and see if I can find it. But it was funny. I gotta see if I can find it on Facebook. Hardy in the locker posted it on his story.
Right. And just, you know, y'all can hit me up 954-670-6370. That's my business line if you are in need of financial services, not only if it's life insurance, but if you need a home security system, prepaid legal. I pay for that every month. You basically have a lawyer in your back pocket, traffic tickets, eviction notices, child support, wills, all financial services needs.
Yeah.
I can help with that as well.
What's something like that to run a person monthly? Is it varies?
My shit, $50 for identity.
That might not be too bad.
No, identity protection and prepaid legal for me and my whole family. So, and it's $50 a month. All this shit, it's cheap. It don't be high. All of it don't be high.
I had got it through my job before. One of my jobs, it was like $20.
Right, from your job. I just canceled it off my job because I had my private. And you always have to get private shit because you don't know if that job is going to be there forever. Exactly. So I have my own policies, but all financial needs, but that just the identity protection and the prepaid legal for sure itself, $50. That's it. Yeah. But just hit me up. Instagram, I am Nikki_Lee. And then you can find me on Facebook as I am Nikki Lee.
Coming back? You gonna come back?
As long as y'all got me an invitation, I guess I'd come back if I wasn't too boring.
Nah, you good. All right, let's do it. We're gonna and make everybody, y'all make sure to check out her doing her thing tomorrow on IG Live.
Talk_DAT_shit. IG Live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We all. Oh, you got anything before we roll?
Nice talking to you.
Same here.
No, he like Russell Simmons of the Comedy Jam. That's why I do that. Remember, he be like, "Dave coming out. God bless you. Good night."
Right.
See, we could talk about that because we old. We know about them. Some of these guests be like, Russell Simmons, Jeff Curry. What the fuck you talking about?
What is that? I just look like this, but I'm an old motherfucker.
I went to school with you. Look, I know.
Over 25 years ago.
All day. But yeah, let's go. We good. Just Two Black Brothers. Y'all check us out. Follow us, like us.